Hello. I did.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy officially Wednesday, my dudes. Can
It
I
is.
get an hour?
No, you may not. Cass, did you
Well,
My
die?
that's
mouth full
rude.
of chips. No, I had my mouth full of chips when you said go, and I was like, oh crap.
Oh, yeah, we're going. All right.
Welcome to the podcast where we eat food, talk
No,
shit, and
no,
do nothing.
no, ma'am. That's definitely not what happens. All right.
Oh man, I'm in the wrong
Look at our
place then.
photos. Look at me.
I'm in the wrong place, it would seem then.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong place. Obviously, big brain. The title says Universal Orlando, so I don't know what stream you're in.
I don't even know what stream I'm in either.
What stream are we in? Wait, I thought I was on the Minecraft stream. Hold on.
Hang on.
Give me a second.
Technical difficulties for our one viewer.
Our one viewer! Give it up to our one viewer!
This will be going up on YouTube though, so yes, we're good. All right.
So that one viewer will always be immortalized on this stream!
All right.
Good on you, one viewer!
Alrighty. So, how you guys doing? You guys doing good?
No one answers.
Yeah, cricket. I'm sad.
Cricket noise.
I'm so sad.
Sad dad.
I'm so
Sa-
sad. Why are you so sad?
um, well, because I asked a question and it was really crickety up in here.
Alright, well, as the stream says, we are talking about our favorite Universal Orlando attractions. Seeing as we are not Disney adults, but we are Universal adults, it would seem.
So, we've all made a list of our top 3 attractions, our favorite attractions at the Universal Orlando Resort, which includes
Yes,
Islands
we
Adventure,
have.
which includes Islands Adventure and Universal Side, so those 2 parks. None of us have actually been to Volcano Bay, so we've left that one out.
I have been to Volcano Bay, and
I-
I'm gonna tell you point blank, I'm not the biggest fan, but that's for a story for a different time.
Apparently, I lied.
Are
Yeah.
you folk?
All right, so as I said, we made our list. So who wants to go first with the number 3?
Probably Cass because she's been there like so many times.
All right, Cass. What's your number 3?
My number 3, I'm gonna go with Forbidden Journey.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right? You want
That
my
is
reason?
so weird because my number 3 is Forbidden Journey.
Heyo!
I'm out of this boat because
Is-
Forbidden Journey is actually not in my top 3, which is
Well, can I give a reason why
Yeah,
it's in my top 3, or are we just moving ahead?
No. We're talking about why everyone chose their thing. So why'd you guys choose that as their number 3 and not higher or lower?
Alright, well, I'll go first since it was my turn. Um, Forbidden Journey is my number 3, is because I'm one of those people who is like, if I can see the cart that I'm in, then kind of the immersion is lost. That's one of the main reasons why Simpsons is one of my least favorite rides, is because if you sit in that front row, you can literally see everyone that else is riding the ride, and then the immersion is essentially lost. With that being said, however, Forbidden Journey still does hide it pretty well, but there is moments where you can see like the like break the screen and everything else. And then also every single time I've gone, something is broken. Be it the Dementors aren't moving, or 95% of the time the Whomping Willow does not even like womp, so to speak.
Doesn't want.
So it doesn't womp. So it's just Willow at that point. But needless to say, I mean, it is my number 3 because I am a true Harry Potter fan. But like I said, number 3 because it was originally my favorite ride, and then I found other rides that I thoroughly enjoyed. But this one just kind of holds near and dear to my heart. Lauren, your turn.
So I went to Universal for the first time, right in 2019, and I love Harry Potter, and I was so stoked. And I remember walking across like the bridge where you see it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this ride is gonna be fantastic! This is gonna be great! So much details on the outside. I don't even want to know what the inside's gonna look like because of the detail." But it was a really big letdown because they put so much work on the outside to make it look like Hogwarts that like frequently there was like glitches in the like holograms and like the screens. I wrote it twice while I was there. The day trip, and it was just kind of like a letdown because you had all of this detail out front of it in the castle, but it kind of, yeah.
I mean, that's valid.
It was just kind of. Plus, I wasn't a big fan of how the seats are. Like, they were kind of awkward, especially because I have a long torso and long legs.
So with all this bashing,
Nevin is fully aware of that.
Oh yeah, we're fully aware about height at Universal is not a great thing.
Yeah.
But okay, so going back on your point though, with all your like misconceptions of saying, hey, this is a lot of things are wrong. So why'd you put it at number 3? There's plenty of other rides to take that spot, or is it just because of Harry Potter?
I think for me it was nostalgia. Like Harry Potter, yeah. It's just nostalgic for me because I grew up with Harry Potter.
That's cool.
Yeah, but if you're going for like that nostalgia, is it because of the castle? However, because there is also Escape Gringotts that kind of has that same vibe that you were going for, except now you look at Escape Gringotts as opposed to Forbidden Journey. There's less screens in Gringotts rather than that, so you're more physically in the ride, so to speak.
I think through reading the books and then watching the movies, I kind of had already, when I read the books, made like what Hogwarts would look like, and then I watched the movies, and like there's no real Hogwarts, sadly. I don't know if it would be a good or bad thing if there was in the first place. But the second I like saw it, it was like kind of like my imagination was finally physical, if that makes any sense. Like I could
It's reality.
actually, yeah, it became reality for me, and it, yeah, there we go, perfect.
Sounds good. Well,
Nevin?
we're gonna move on to my number 3. Mine's just on the other side of Hogsmeade. I went with Hagrid's Creatures Boulder Adventure. Obviously because I'm a roller coaster dude, but just the like the amount of detail and like all sorts of, they bring you into the forbidden journey, forbidden forest. It's just like how well they did the ride and how well they made the space of where Dueling Dragons or Dragons Challenge used to be. When they removed Dragons Challenge, it was like, well, what could they possibly replace there? And they replaced it with the most expensive roller coaster ever built to date so far, with 7 launches and all sorts of other cool stuff. So I mean, just the ride experience, and then that surprise thing, which I'm not gonna surprise just in case nobody's rode it yet, but like that surprise towards the end of the ride, it was really top notch, just in my opinion. I want to ask you guys, did you guys pick any simulator rides on your ride? Because I was just thinking about it. There's a lot of simulator rides at Universal.
Define simulator, because
Yeah, I was about
I'm
to
not.
say.
Like Simpsons.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
yeah,
think I did. Yeah.
Okay.
so did I.
Okay.
I believe
I was
so.
just asking because I was just thinking about it. I'm like, wow. I like counted in my head. I'm like, there's 1, 2, like there's like hundreds.
I mean, would you consider Forbidden Journey a simulator ride?
No.
So what would you consider a simulator?
You want me to start naming them off?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Simpsons, Kong, Fast and Furious, Transformers, Spider-Man. There's another one.
I'd say yeah. One of
Okay.
mine's on there.
Okay.
All right, so we move into number 2.
Yes,
I
ma'am. All
think
right.
so.
All right, Cass, what you got for number 2?
Well, speaking of simulators, my number 2 would be Spider-Man, because personally I've always been a fan of Marvel myself, and it as much as like it's outdated, I would say, because like you look at Hogsmeade and then you put it up against
That
the
entire
Marvel
area.
yeah, the Marvel area, or Toon Lagoon or whatever. Not even Toon Lagoon, but I'd say Marvel's pretty outdated, to be completely honest, just like Seuss Landing. They could use a good refurb.
Those have been there since opening day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Marvel, and I get it that like now Disney owns rights to it and everything else, but that's a different story for a different time. Again, I like Spider-Man because it's not based off of the MCU that Disney is going for. This is absolutely thoroughly based off of the comics of, you know, Peter Parker working for the Daily Bugle versus the Syndicate and everything else. And as someone who enjoys the comics over the movies, this really just makes my heart kind of sore. And not to mention, the puns are fantastic. I mean, if you ever ride the ride of the part where he's like, "You're taking a dive," and he put in the water guy hydro, he hits your cart. Come on now, how can you not? And then like the use, and then getting technical, the use of, like you said, simulator, and but they also do have moments where you feel like you're not, like the Statue of Liberty's head and stuff.
Yep.
But that one part, you know, where you feels like you're falling, that's
Yep.
the best part of the entire ride, hands down. I'm sorry, I can go on and on about this ride, but just a few more things and I'm done. You got the water, of course. You got the fire when it works, but I mean,
when it works, because that's
when
constantly
it
down.
works. Well, I think they turned it off because of COVID, to be completely honest. I don't know why, but you know, it's just one of those things. Like they turned off the water for COVID. Um, and then also the different references to Stan Lee. because I mean, for the longest time, I know in the queue, if you go by Peter Parker's office, there was that signed autograph picture by Stanley, and it said in the notes from the cast members that were talking about how much they appreciated all he had done and everything else. And as someone who's sentimental, that just it means a lot to me. So
Didn't they
that's just
remove
my
that though?
opinion.
Sadly.
Yeah, last time we went, they removed it.
Yeah, that's upsetting. I think it was only there because of his passing, but I mean, like they should have just kept it there because I mean, yeah, he created the whole universe at this point.
Not to mention, Spider-Man was his favorite Marvel character too.
I mean, how many cameos did he make in the ride? He's 3, right?
7,
Whoa, okay, no matter, I lied.
7.
I can
I've
only,
counted them.
His cameos are just fantastic at this point.
he's in
But
7 times. Yes.
yes.
1.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yep,
All
I've
right,
counted
Nevin.
them.
No, Lauren.
Nevin,
We're
you're gonna
no,
go next.
no, we're keeping the order. It's your.
Oh, okay, fine. So I almost picked Spider-Man because I too am a Marvel nerd. But the first ride I ever rode when I went to USO was the Incredible Hulk coaster. And that coaster made me feel things. I just like you said, Nevin, I am a roller coaster junkie. I like the thrills and the turns and all of it. The only reason I did not pick Spider-Man is because I can only ride it once out of all the trip because of the 3D aspects with my head and stuff. So I think definitely the speed, the storyline, the music that plays on I don't know. It kind of makes like that feeling that I get when I watch Narnia. Like
How
the
does
like
that
I
involve
must
it?
fight.
Yes, Narnia, my favorite Marvel movie.
Yes, but like the theme song when they're in the battle, it's like I've chased that feeling since I saw that movie, and that the Incredible Hulk coaster kind of brought that back for me.
Hmm. Very interesting. All right. So, are we moving on to me, or we got anything else for you?
No, that's all for me.
All right. So I kind of downgraded a little bit, but you know, it's still a really fun ride. I picked for my number 2. I picked Men in Black. Um.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I just really like the aspect of like the shooting game. It's really competitive, especially if you have a really competitive like friend group or family.
Us.
Yeah, yeah, us. We are very competitive in the game.
Men in Black in general is just so underrated.
I
It
mean,
really is.
like during like a normal day operation, like other people, other rides can have like 70, 90 minute waits, and this one will only have like a 15-minute wait. And it's just because,
That's counting the pre-show too.
well, that they haven't been running that because of COVID still, but like yeah, before that it was just um like you go in and then you're training or whatever, and you get thrown into the real life situation. But like if you're the Disney people and you actually wrote Buzz and you like, oh, I want to get the highest score, or
Mhm.
I want to max it out. It's almost the same thing, but this one's more involved, I guess. It's not like you're like
I
next.
think I think you also probably like it too because in regards to comparing it to Buzz or like the Toy Story one,
It actually
it's more
works.
grown up.
I liked my
It's like
answer more.
that there's more to do, like you're actually shooting at things instead of like, oh my god, we're in
There's a
space.
Z.
Pow
There's a
pow,
Z.
pow 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 pow.
Yeah, but
I
the only thing that's weird about Ben in Black, and that's like the only downside I guess I have, is like what you said. Like okay, so like Buzz Lightyear and I guess Toy Story Midway Mania, whatever. They all have here's your target and here's the things to aim for. Men in Black really doesn't have that. It's just you see an alien and hope to God you shoot a sensor. Like the last room, and you know like after like when you're spinning and all that, the last
yep.
the last room, a lot of those heads and all that, you got to be like precisely on it or they don't give it to you. Um and it's getting
Mention all the secret aliens you can get too, like Frank the Pug and stuff.
mhm. Uh
Frank, we love Frank.
and then you hope and then you hope to God if you're close enough to maxing it out, you get the red button bonus. But that sometimes hasn't been working for me. It hasn't worked for me in the last 5 times I've gone on it, and it's kind of like annoying me because I'm like, I know when to push it, and I know to get this 100,000 points, and it just hasn't given to me.
See, I think I understand like the um like argument against that, but at the same time, when you're watching the movie and you're seeing like the scenes that it's using, they're like agents, and if you don't hit a target right on, the nose, you kind of don't kill the thing. So
What a point.
Never seen the movie, so I wouldn't
you
know.
see.
Yeah, Cash, we need to get you to watch the movie. You've been saying that for a year now.
Listen. I know I need to see the movies. Nobody come after me, I swear.
All right. The last one
Number
made
one?
me bawl my eyes out. But the
Oof.
little alien guys, other than the freaking pug, we love him.
Oh, the little
But
worm-looking
the
dudes?
little like alien cigarette guys, it's like, I strive to be that friend.
All right, I
Alright,
think we're going to
so
number one.
Number one? Alright, number one is actually
Do we have any
Hagrid's.
runners up?
No, actually, we'll do runners up after this.
Yeah.
Number one for me is Hagrid's, because unlike these two, I'm not a roller coaster person. I get sick very easily, and if my feet are above my ass, I can't. That's my rule. So with Hagrid's, at least I know I'm not going upside down, but it also does the thing that I really like in roller coasters that like Expedition Everest have and Fire Chaser have at Dollywood. So, and I'm not going to say what the thing is, but if you have rode those, you know exactly what I'm referring to. So, I like Hagrid's again because I'm a Harry Potter fan, but also the reason that we get to see the Blast-ended Scroots that we hear so much about, and I think wasn't it book 3, I think? I
I'm
think
not-
it was book 3 that we hear about him a lot. That was for Lauren.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's book 3 that we hear about them a lot. But then we see the Blast-ended Scroots and we get to experience what it's like. And also, I love my favorite experience that I'm always going to replay in my mind is when we rode Hagrid's at night when it was closing and like they turned the headlights on. It was amazing. But it's a different experience. It's just I love Hagrid's, and the adrenaline I feel every single time I get off that ride. I'm like, oh my god, I want to do that again.
Have
And
you been
that's
on
why
like
I
front
love
row?
Hagrid's. I have.
Yeah,
I've also been in the very back.
Yeah, the front row I think is the best because of I mean everyone can see it from the queue, but they're in the backwards part. Like you go up the spire to go right back, and that airtime you get from going up that spire and going back. I mean, if you're in the back of the car, you don't go up the spire as much, obviously. But just like that,
You're the Cornish Pixies.
the free fall backwards is spooky.
Were you with me when we got? Yeah, you were with me. That was when we went before. That was our solo trip when we got stuck when the thing happens.
Yeah, at the
and
end.
then it launches us.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god.
We got stuck for a good solid minute and a half. We're like, did we break it?
And then we're like, oh my god, this is gonna be one hell of a launch.
And then they just rolled it. They just.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown. Anyway, Lauren, your turn.
So I'm gonna break y'all's heart. I went the second day. So the opening was the day before, and then the day I went was the day afterwards. Have never been on the Hagrid's ride because the wait time was at 4 hours when we got there, and my ADHD brain saw that and was like, haha, impossible. And like I was coming out of the train and we saw people like getting to where the beginning was, and like people were clapping for them because they sat in line for that entire time. I couldn't. But it's definitely in my top 10 or even top 5 to ride. Probably the top one when I get there next. But my first one is the Mummy. Because I don't know.
Favorite.
Not a bad choice.
I have always loved the Mummy movies. I am a freaking, if I could make my ringtone or like anything just Jonathan saying Emotep anytime, like that would just be my ringtone.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna say you want your ringtone to be like, stop! The curse is real! What are you doing here?
Every time I go to a library, the first thing I do when I step inside of it is like, I know what you're thinking. What is a place like me doing in a girl like this? And it's just like, no, you must not read from the book. Like all the even like the cameo from, freaking Brendan Fraser himself.
Oh
And,
yeah.
like, and it's just like, where's my coffee? Like,
Ghostly
like I was
swoosh.
like,
Ghostly swoosh.
Rachel Wise, please step on my throat because
We're
First
talking
off,
about rides. Please get back on topic.
Oh my god.
right, yes.
This is going
Anyway.
up on YouTube. We don't want to be demonetized, please.
Yes. Anyways, so the ride, great, perfection. I was not expecting my favorite part, because like I'd never been, so like I'd never been on it. I didn't know what to expect. Was we went into the room and the entire ceiling was on fire.
Oh yeah.
Like actual fire. And I could feel it, and I was like, what in the heckity hex? And my grandfather, who was very much older, was like, this is a roller coaster, isn't it? And I was like, I'm pretty sure it is. And then we dropped, and like there's lights, but like they weren't flashing. And then like when the girl, the person was like mummified, I thought that was great. That was
Wait, the person who was mummified. Are you referring to Reggie?
I think so.
Reggie's at the very beginning. He's the one that says, "What are you doing here? The curse is real." That's Reggie.
Are you insane?
No,
Get out of
the
here.
person.
Sorry.
Isn't it the person behind the glass that's like?
No.
That's Emotep.
Yeah, she's just
That-
a ride
that's
operator.
Emotep, but like he transforms.
No,
No, he doesn't.
no. The
That's
lady.
him.
No, the lady. Okay, so what you're talking about is after. Okay, so the launch after you're going backwards, right, and going into a little bit of
Yeah.
roller coaster ride, and then you brake, and then there's a fake exit. I don't care, but it's been open for years. Everyone who's watching should have been right with this already. There's a fake exit, right? This lady's like, "I hope you enjoyed your ride. Please remain seated as you exit to the left." That's just a pretend ride operator, and then she gets murdered by. What,
Yes. That scene, I was like, bro.
Yeah, that's Emotep. That's not. She doesn't become mummified. She's dead.
Yeah,
She's big dead. She's on the floor.
She get murks.
She got murked.
She got muck duck.
Well, I definitely think Mummy, and I was unable to ride Rip Ride Rocket, so that might be up there when I ride it. But for right now, Mummy's staying at the top one for me.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Let me guess, Nevin. Hang on. Let me guess, Nevin's here.
Wow.
Is it?
I wonder
Is
why.
it? I wonder which one it is. Is it?
It's not even,
Velocicoaster?
yeah, it's not even open yet, but yeah, damn well it is. Velocicoaster is absolutely insane. Like, it's something. I mean, it's so smooth even because it's just open. It's not even open yet. It's literally I went when I was doing a technical rehearsal, but like the whole queue is absolutely like insane.
Man out here flexing his pass.
I mean, it's your fault. You're leaving us. No, so I wasn't even supposed to be there, but we ended up. My parents were like, just go. Like we're just all good, and I mean, so I went, and like I went to the queue. It was just absolutely like insane what I was going like walking through, and then getting on the car, and then us leaving the station. It's just. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything because obviously it's not open, but like. The first launch was insane. The first half was pretty like twisty and turny, but when you go through that second launch to go up to I think it's 70 miles an hour at this point, to go over the big top hat, that gets you into back of the seat, and then the roll over the water. I forget what it's called. It starts in the M. It's like Marasiso something. I don't know. But that little roll that goes over the water. That's like the best inversion I've ever been on like the planet. I don't know.
Well, that definitely makes me very excited.
Dude, it's unreal. And then thank God because I'm going again.
Not want to ride it.
That's your loss.
Good.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to get Michael on it on Sunday or Monday whenever we end up going. But Michael said he'll go on it. It's just depending if it's gonna be open because, I mean, the ride opens on next Friday or whatever it is, the 10th. What day is that? Thursday.
So I take it because you guys go consistently. I'm curious how much you guys like, because you live in Florida. Like how much do you pay?
I just got
When
smacked.
I had a pass. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, when I had a pass, literally all I would pay for would be my lunch, and that's $20, and that's about it. Because the pass covered my parking and my admission, so all I would be paying is lunch. And if I wanted to buy something, it would be like, depending on whatever I buy, but usually just $20 can suffice throughout the day for me.
Yeah, so
Nice, nice.
my trip is a little more complicated because I mean I get tired and I have a longer drive. It's like obviously not bearable, like unbearable or whatever. But like so like Cass said, our pass. I think at the time it was like $170 down, and then we paid like $17 a month. But now my pass quote unquote expired and renewed, and now I'm getting hit. I literally just got hit yesterday for $31.95 to keep my pass, and that's monthly. But if you think about it, so if I go like this month, I'm guess I'm going or the next 29 days, whatever. I'm going 3 times or whatever. Parking
Is
itself,
that counting when we go?
yes. So that if you think about it, so parking is already $20, so that's $60, and I'm paying $60 already for my pass. So literally, entrance into the park for 3 days is completely free to me. If you want to think it like that way. But then, so if you want to talk about my day trips or whatever, so if I go up and recently I've been really tired at the end of the day, so I had to get a hotel and then leave the next morning, which then that's obviously another $80 $100 to stay the night. But if I really wanted to go home and just push through the tiredness, which no one should do, mind you, just don't do that. Don't take it from me. Um, literally, I can go up and back. The only expenses I have is my gas money, and then like what Cass said is just lunch and I guess a little snack on the way home. Cause I don't eat breakfast. I don't know about you guys, but I don't eat breakfast.
I usually stop at Dunkin' on the way there, but it's not that expensive.
So when we went, subtracting, so we spent a week at Disney and a day trip at Universal. So I think for us, subtracting like airplane tickets because we're already down there, I think they spent up to $500 getting into the park.
Universal, oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many people went?
Huh?
How many people went?
4.
And you guys did the two park, obviously.
Yes.
To be honest, that's
And
not
then I think
bad.
the only reason that it was really expensive is because we got the like unlimited. I'm trying to remember what they're called.
The express
But, like
passes.
the express
Okay, so
passes.
you stole from them at that point because that's cheap.
Yeah.
Five
Yeah.
five admission tickets plus 5 unlimited express passes for $500 for 4 people. That's 100. That's $1.25 each. That's cheap.
That is very cheap.
Well,
And
You're saying
yeah,
expensive. That you stole that. You literally went on a bank heist and you stole from Universal. That is so cheap.
but I mean, Universal, please don't sue us.
for legal reasons, this is a joke.
Um, okay. So really quick, what is your guys' like least favorite ride?
Well,
You're gonna hate me for this
I have
one.
two. I have two of them.
I have 3. Yeah, I have 3.
Oh yeah, I
Hold
got
on, I'm
3. I got 3.
thinking.
I got 3. I know. We're the same 3.
Probably.
Yeah, we're exactly the
Right
same
now,
3.
I can only think of 2.
All right, Nevin, is it The Simpsons? Is it Kong? Is it Fast and Furious?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah. I hate The Simpsons with a burning passion for multiple reasons. One should not be named, but another one, I don't like it. It gets me dizzy, and I just this between the the over like exerting of my senses of flashing lights and like I'm not even an epileptic, but like flashing lights and then like you're being like pushed around and like things are being sprayed in your face and then suddenly you're being hit in the face with baby powder. And then that very last part when you come back and Krusty does that thing with the car, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
So that's why Simpsons is there again with another reason that shall not be named, but you guys know why.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nevin, anything to build off of that, or is that all valid?
No, it's absolutely a headache machine. It gives me. You can have a greatest day on the planet and you ride that ride and then I'm out for the day. Like I get off that ride and
See,
I don't want to walk. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like it ruins me.
it just puts you in a bad mood. Like, the problem is, like, I really like The Simpsons. Like, I've always grown up enjoying Matt Groening stuff. Like, Disenchantment, that's my favorite show. But like, they did The Simpsons dirty with that ride.
Did him dirty.
They did him dirty.
See, I didn't go on that ride because I had read so
Good.
many reviews from other epileptics that went that said do not ride that ride. And the one that I really don't like, that I know you guys like, that I will get into when it's my turn. I was told not to ride, and understand now why I should not have ridden that thing.
I just want to point out before we move on to that very first scene when you get into the Simpsons ride, literally you are climbing up scaffolding, but like there's light peeking through it, so it's like flashing lights just in the very first beginning.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what is yours? Go ahead, Lauren. Please shoot it down.
Okay, so I have two. So my second to least favorite, or like the second one, would be Minions, just because I think they're
I hate
freaking unbearable.
Oh, mind you,
I hate
that was
Minions.
the last one I couldn't think of.
Unbearable.
It's fair because
but
I hate Minions. So
the
it
one
is
that I
Jimmy
was
Fallon.
told not to ride, that would give me a headache,
Oh, I forgot Jimmy Fallon
that
too.
would
Damn.
be bad, is E.T.
Whoa.
Oh my god, I love E.T.
Hello.
So I can explain this one. So
Them some
I thought,
fighting words.
I've only ever watched E.T. once, and I was 7, so I have not seen it since. I don't even remember it.
I watched it like back in high school, but that was it.
So I thought the bikes were really cool, especially like the little ET in the front. I thought that was so cute. Kind of like Hagrid's, like they're not the traditional ride vehicles. But the sound, it hurt. It was really, really loud. And then some of the lights, like where you kind of turn the corners.
Oh yeah, when you're going into warp speed, that can totally give you a seizure. I can see it.
Yeah, I got a very, very bad headache afterwards, and we took our Uber back right after to the Contemporary Resort. So
You stayed at the Contemporary with the Universal. You cheated on Disney.
yeah, yes, I did.
I looking at it from like, I just want to point out, I'm not gonna be like, oh why, how dare you poo-poo my favorite ride, but I just want to point out though, putting into perspective a ride that they have like barely refurbished for a ride that was built in 1990, it's fantastic and still running in tip-top shape.
I'll be honest, like it was smooth, but so was the lighting. It was smooth, but it was also a lot smoother than Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. You're like, wow, what is going on? How is this thing stood the test of time?
Plus, I thought it was really weird that like E.T., like your reaction, E.T. is such like a cult classic, but it's in the corner. Like you could blink and miss it.
Yeah, it's back in like kids corner. Like they put it they randomly put a sign out the front that says kids corner. They're like, oh, I'm not a kid, so I'm gonna walk right by it. But back there is literally like the best gift shop, cough cough SpongeBob, and
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, and the ET is like back there hidden behind like the new DreamWorks thing that's opening where Barney was, and then Woody Woodpecker's back there.
The glitter farting troll shall be, and I shall meet him one day. I swear on it. Like Diamond, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, like literally back there. What else is back there? Like Curious.
There's gift shop with Dora.
They have Fievel's Playground, and they have Curious
George.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
And Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker.
What about?
Which is also a great ride.
I wanted to ask. So I take it you guys have seen Shrek.
Yes.
What are our thoughts?
The Shrek. Okay, so are you talking about the 4D theater?
Yeah.
Okay, that's so bad.
If you're a woman, If you are a woman, do not ride Shrek.
Or just have just have a very
if you
tight
do-
sports bra on.
Yes,
Like,
and if you do ride it, wear a very supportive bra, because if not, your titties are going to leave their seats.
you guys you need some bungee cords to like strap them down because
What?
it was ruthless.
Especially the front row. I'm so sorry. And it literally is like a terrible experience if you're a woman riding Shrek. Like,
Yep.
It just doesn't
I
stop.
like Shrek, but let me tell you, in my opinion, and you guys can tell me I'm wrong all day long, but I think Shrek has the best pre-show in the entire park, because
I'm
we're
kind of
talking
iffy
about
about that.
torture, we're talking about flogging, we're talking about hanging people. Best pre-show in the entire park. If I ever worked at Universal, that's the job I want.
So I went on it 2 times, and the pre-show person was different both. So
Your
the
poor
first time we
back.
had this guy, and it seemed like it went on forever. The crowd, it could either have been him or it could have been my crowd. No one, like, he would be like, "Let me hear you scream," and we would literally be like, "This is a perfect representation."
Yep, that's probably why it took so long. Is because they like get excited when people are actually into it. Like,
And
let me
like,
tell you,
see,
don't ever
like,
put
he
me in
was
the
he was
pre-show.
kind of
I'll cover the whole thing.
he wasn't like matching our vibes. Like, you could tell that they were pretty much older, and like we had a few kids that were kind of like confused.
Vlogging. Oh no.
Gingy has always been my favorite. Like, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man!
That was like a spot on Gingy impression.
I didn't know I was watching the movie.
Me neither.
I'm so spooked out. I thought
You're
I
gonna
was
get
watching
hit
the
with
scene.
a copyright strike.
Oh lordy.
Nostalgia wise, I'm a sucker for Shrek. I really wanted to meet Donkey, but they wouldn't let me.
I met Donkey, and he asked me if I was in a lesbian relationship because of the person I was with, and we said yes. And Donkey's like, "Oh yeah, can I come watch?"
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Take a step back. Hold on.
Anyway, moving on.
All right, so we didn't really
What
we didn't go into depth, but what makes you hate Kong and Fast and Furious?
Well, Fast and Furious. I'm gonna break down both of these because I both hate them for the same reason.
They're the
But
loud as hell.
I hate Fast and Furious a little tiny bit more than I hate Kong. I hate Fast and Furious because, much like the movies, except for Hobbs and Shaw, that 15 minutes of Ryan Reynolds, in case anyone was wondering, is chef's kiss.
Wait, hold on.
Anyway.
Just letting everyone know, Kaz is like a humongous simp for Ryan Reynolds. So if you ever hear about Ryan Reynolds, you're gonna hear some comments about it because it's Ryan Reynolds. All right, moving on.
Thank you for that little
Disclaimer.
preface. Yeah, that's it right there. As I was saying though, if you've ever seen all 10, are we up to 10? I think the 10th one's coming out.
F9 coming out.
Okay, if you've seen all 9, 8 movies too many, they literally all have the same theme. And I've only seen Hobbs and Shaw, and I've seen like the last one.
Okay,
but
so I've seen every single one of them. And I can agree with you. All right, I don't know. My mom's the way you are with Ryan Reynolds for The Rock. I don't understand. He scares me. But anyway,
the Hufflepuff, and he knows it.
Yes.
But anyway,
yeah, they are all the same. It's you kind of have to start thinking. It's kind of like with the movie Taken. Like, it's the same 3 movies with the same backstory. You kind of have to start thinking maybe he's just a bad dad.
So anyway, with the Fast and Furious movies, it's always the same recipe, As you got women, you got cars, you got loud noises, you got drinking and partying, you got guns. That's it.
That's literally Vin Diesel.
Well, I mean, obviously, just counting, like, these are the main components. Just imagine those 5 things literally conglomerated into a ride that is extremely loud, if you are sitting on one side of the bus that you're in, which by the way is operated by a sex doll, you are missing whatever is happening on the other side of the bus. Another thing I really absolutely hate is just the whole like storyline of the ride. Is first of all, you go in, you got 2 pre-shows. What god awful ride needs 2 pre-shows? But then you go in and it's like, we're going to a party, just don't be loud. You get in your party bus and guess what? You're too loud and you get hunted by a group of people. They got guns. You go to you go to leave. You're like, oh my gosh, they're after us. Oh wow, there's some nice cars we found. Oh, there's Vin Diesel and The Rock. We're family. And then you pull up to the party and guess what's missing? There's the girls. You have rode Fast and Furious. You've literally been in every single Fast and Furious ride. Now the reason why I hate Kong for another reason is the queue. Now, if I wanted to go through a haunted house, which, by the way, I hate haunted houses with a burning passion. You can never pay me enough money to go into a haunted house. I hate them. Literally, when you walk through that queue, you have people jumping out at you. I hate everything about it because of that, but also it's literally the same formula as Fast and Furious. You're literally going through on a bus, screens around you, you miss if you blink, you miss things. The only good thing about that ride is the Kong animatronic at the very end of the ride. That's about it.
See, that ride was down when we went, and I was so looking forward to it because I've always been a gorilla girl. Like that has been, I can get into that later. But yeah, I'm kind of like, huh. Well, so yeah.
Didn't mean to poo-poo it for you.
So the one ride that I know a lot of people are probably gonna hate us or just hate me in this for like not liking. I did not, and will probably only go on it once. The Jurassic Park ride.
I've never rode it.
Are you talking about the river adventure one?
Yes.
Oof.
Okay, so I'm fine with water rides. The dinosaurs at the beginning kind of cracked me up. Not gonna lie. I kind of just like, well, that just looks like a worm coming out of the water. It's fine.
Me too. I'm a worm coming out of the water, guys.
But towards the end, it's
wormy.
the same with like what you were saying about Kong with the T-Rex. You blink and you miss it because you're already going down. But this drop is so steep, and the levers don't even like go down to your like lap. But at least they didn't for me and the people that I was with. My bag flew out of the seat.
Did you grab it before you landed?
Yes.
Oof. There goes your bag.
So, next question I have for you guys: what is the best water ride?
I've only ever been on the one.
Devin?
That's a tough choice because both of them now, you both get drenched on because of one certain element on one of them is now not ever turning off.
I want to go on the Popeye one. I love Popeye.
Popeye is literally my favorite water ride because, again, I love rides that I know all the words to.
Okay, yeah. Me.
I think I'm gonna choose Popeye only because of the fact that it's easier to get in and out of. Like me being tall as hell, it is very difficult to get in that single file log for Ripsaw. And then getting out of it soaking wet is not fun either.
I think also what's fun is that kids that go on that, they have no idea who Popeye is. But you're over here freaking jamming with his,
Save me, Popeye.
Really proportional body shape and the spinach that we all know isn't spinach. Come on now. I mean, look at him.
Popeye is the reason why I like spinach. Leave me alone.
Spinach is great. Come on now. But I feel like it's such a you have to be old enough to understand or have watched Popeye.
But that's
To
all of Toon Lagoon, though. To be completely honest, like I love
yeah,
Toon Lagoon, but I'm in like absolute fear that someday they're gonna be like, you know what? Kids don't these days don't understand what comic strips are, so we're gonna just scrap the whole thing. I mean, they're missing
I
the best comic, which is Garfield, which, by the way, do not come after me because Garfield is definitely not in Toon Lagoon. That is Heathcliff. You can fuck straight off. Alright, sorry.
but
Very
I think what was
I'm
really cool, the
passionate.
little comic strip like headings and like the little text bubbles that you can stand under. I thought that was so cute. Like that was very nostalgic. It definitely brought in scenery and like while you were walking, really good transitions throughout the parks.
And the soundtrack slaps.
That when are they dropping their album?
Because I can see myself getting turned to the music that they play on that bridge. Oh fuck yeah.
I would like throw it back to that music.
Absolutely. That right there. Like, don't get me wrong, you walk through Hogsmeade and you got the Potter waltz. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's great and all, but like the Toon Lagoon soundtrack, that right there, I can listen to that all day. I don't care who you are.
So before it was, because I didn't go, I went when Harry Potter was a thing. Um, I had always wanted to
Potter is
go on
still
the
a thing.
Jaws ride, and it's gone now, sadly. Rest in peace. Um,
We're a day 876, I believe.
I
Something
had
like that.
always wanted to go on it, and I found out it was gone, and so we went, and it was Diagon Alley meets the train station. I won't lie to you, when I first walked into Diagon Alley, there's so many people packed in there that you can't even really experience it.
That is so true.
Like you're kind of walking around and you feel like you don't feel like you're outside anymore, which technically you really aren't. You're just kind of in like an alleyway because it's
But
Diagon Alley.
also, I do want to point out though, as back to your Jaws thing real quick, we can't poo-poo Diagon Alley too much because there is still references to Jaws. Like, you
Yes.
look across the street from Lombard's and you see the thing that says Amity Harbor, or
Yeah.
here's to swimming with the bow-legged women, and in the album shop, or even
Even
there's
like the shark.
I believe when you go through Nocturne Alley, I'm not sure if it's in that one, not Borgin and Burke's, but the place with the skeleton. I think there's a shark mouth in there,
I
and
believe
then
so. I think so.
also the shrunken heads. Sometimes you got to catch them rarely, but they will start singing the Jaws theme. So
Yes,
there's all your Jaws
I did catch
references.
that. I definitely think that if they wouldn't have had the night bus, I don't think it would have been like the beginning, the entrance to Diagon Alley would have been great because the night bus is right there, and the heads are just great. He's great. We love him.
That's
But
Ernie, right?
the other
Yeah, that's Ernie.
thing I have against that, I bought myself one of those interactive wands because I wanted to do spells and shit. Um,
You're going to Hogwarts to do spells and
spells
shit.
and shit. You really. It's the same thing like you were saying with Men in Black, Nevin. You really have to make sure you're precise.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at the sensor, because if you don't, you can do the swirly swirl for freaking Reparo all you want, but if you don't point exactly at the sensor and look exactly at it and do it like you're freaking 10 frames per second, looking at you, Cass, yeah, it doesn't work. And
I do want to point out, though, I do like the fact that they reference the best Harry Potter character in Flourish and Blots. Why, yes, Mr. Gilderoy Lockhart himself.
Gilderoy Lockhart needs. Can we please get like a book signing? I'll just bring in random books and he can sign them. Thank you.
I that's all I want, is I just want to meet and greet with Gilderoy Lockhart, and then I'll die happy.
Please, I don't even care if he's in like in his old like Oh, who are
If
you? And who
If
am
he's
I?
in a straitjacket, I'll take
Yeah,
it. I don't care. I'll
take
get a
it.
picture with him.
But I
Who
think
would you?
it's definitely
I
Diagon
speaking
Alley
of.
oh,
Oh,
continue.
sorry. Go ahead.
No,
No,
you're
go
fine.
ahead.
Go.
On you. On you. On you.
You need to
Ladies,
go.
ladies.
Ah!
Nevin,
Me.
Cass,
Me.
Donkey.
I like the fact that we just did a little bit of a roll call there.
Yeah, I'm alive.
I'm alive too. Okay. Now that that's done.
Papa.
Did you, Lauren, while you were there, did you meet any characters?
None of them were out that we saw. The I think thing 1 and thing 2 were walking around, but I was kind of like, uh,
Remember what characters used to walk around, Evan? Those were the days.
Definitely.
see, they did have they weren't so much as characters, but they had the Triwizard Tournament performances going on.
That goes on like every hour or something.
Yeah. So I think that's the only thing. I don't think I didn't meet any of them. I saw them, but it didn't look like they were meeting anybody.
I'd say my favorite meet and greet that I've ever done. I have like 3. I have one that I met Beetlejuice. He was hysterical. Um Making jokes and everything else. When I told him my mom was a huge Beetlejuice fan, he's like, "Well, this one's for mom." And he took my phone and took a selfie. And then another one was when I met Sam I Am and Guy, what is it? Sam I Am and Guy I what is his name?
Guy, am I?
Guy,
No.
I think that's his name. Gay. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Month, everybody. Would you like green eggs and gay? Anyways.
Anyway, so Sam I Am and Guy, I met them and Sam ended up doing the little Debbie Ryan hair pose thing when I was talking to him. It was fantastic, and he also was like
Radio
sitting
Rebel.
there. Yes, and lastly, this is the one that I'm always going to remember, and I actually met them both with Nevin, and that's when I literally started crying when I met SpongeBob. Now, here's another disclaimer about me. I am literally one of the biggest fans of SpongeBob, so of course I cried.
True. We can both second this. We have literally played Cahoots.
111 quiz. But when I met SpongeBob, I ended up crying, and like the whole thing of me straight up ignoring Patrick and just going straight for SpongeBob. But those were my favorite meet and greets.
I feel like SpongeBob gives the best hugs.
Oh my god, he did. I cried.
Like him, specifically Patrick, but like him and SpongeBob, they look like they give the best hugs.
I didn't hug Patrick. That's the thing. I told Patrick point blank that I'm here for the sponge.
No, you said show me the sponge or nothing else.
That's when we're done with the stream. I'll have to show you the picture of Patrick standing in the background, all like sullen because I was hugging SpongeBob.
See, they did have minions running around, like outside of Minions next to Shrek. They had minions and stuff, and I was like, and then I think Gru came out, but I was kind of terrified of him. Yeah, there was really when we went, it was weird. Everyone was kind of there for the Hagrid ride, and we were kind of just like zooming.
I did meet Popeye too. Popeye was very chill and everything else. He stood there and talked our ear off, I guess, because like I guess people walk by and they're like, "Oh, who's this guy with the swollen arms?" He's pretty chill. I've met Betty Boop. She's also very nice too.
I've always wanted to meet Betty Boop.
She's very high pitched voiced.
But if you ever watch the Betty Boop cartoons,
I know.
You know. That was. Yeah. Nevin, do you have any favorite meet and greets?
Donkey.
Donkey. No, I mean, yeah, he's funny if you actually like catch him on a good day. I mean, I just
not when he's asking to watch your lesbian couple.
Oh yeah, we love that. No, I mean, I really don't. I guess if we want to build on what you said, like the SpongeBob meet and greet was good before COVID. Now everybody has to stay behind like the line, whatever. Like that's like every single thing other theme park, but I think, I guess post-COVID or pre-COVID, I guess SpongeBob's StorePants meet and greet's the best. Biased
Say so.
though.
I mean, when we met Squidward, and he was telling us to wash our hands.
Oh yeah.
All I think
But
about now is Squidward! Dab!
well, you can't do that anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
But I'm trying to think if there's any other questions I've got. I mean, okay, one more. What is the best place to eat?
Oh, I have that hands down. I'll
Go.
let Nevin go first.
No. You go. You have it hands down.
Hands down, lady.
I can't remember the name, but the Simpsons place.
Which one? There's
Moe's?
The one that
Moe's?
sells the really big donut thingy. Duffy?
Lard Lad.
Duffy?
Lard Lad.
Yes, that. Fantastic.
You just want to eat the donut? Is that a snack? Or are we talking about food places?
Food
Yeah, we're
places.
talking about like sit down and eat food place.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the. I'm pretty sure that's Duff. I said
Duff is
Duff?
just a store.
That's the brewery.
Yeah, that's the brewery
Yeah,
Well,
store,
that's
so to
the
speak.
place where you can get the beer.
Yes, the beer, and then I had a really big burger, and that was fantastic.
You probably went to Moe's then.
No, it was in Duff, the brewery.
The brewery
It
doesn't
was
have food.
open. So no, I don't think I went to.
Okay,
Because-
Moe's is across the street from the brewery. Was it next to King and Kudos?
It was big and open. I remember it being white, and then there was like pictures on the walls, and then you got your food, and then you picked what type of food you want. You went there.
That's Moe's.
That's Moe's.
Yes, Moe's. All right. Anyways, fantastic. Love them.
It's like the what you're thinking of because it's also Luigi's, Moe's, Cletus's, and there's another one that's in there too. But it's kind of like a little food court, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Moe's.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
I haven't
and
been there in
Krusty
freaking
Burger.
2 years. But the burger was fantastic. The fries were absolutely amazing. We got a donut cake and we split it. That was really good.
Nevin?
I usually try to choose like Richter's over by Fast and Furious. That place is pretty good. Even though it's just like a normal theme park burger. But that one time we went to Lomberg's was really good.
It was good. If you're willing to spend a little extra money, Lomberg's is really good.
Because Lomberg's has like
If you like
literally
seafood.
everything. If you really like seafood.
If
or
you
just-
like seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love seafood.
So I actually have like 3 because I'm a foodie.
Okay, go.
The first one I would say is the taco truck, the B-Man's taco truck in The Simpsons, because that's literally the best taco I've ever had. And I'm not like embellishing, like there's so much flavor. It's so good. The only downside is the chips are very stale. Like I've had it multiple times, the chips are always stale.
Yeah.
Next one I would say is if you like barbecue, I swear by Monsters Cafe. Which is over by Rip the Ride Rocket.
I think I know what
um,
you're talking about.
It's
What is
fantastic.
the place near Jimmy Fallon? It's not Monsters.
That
it's
is
by
the one
Mummy
that's over by Jimmy
Fallon.
Fallon. Are you
Huh?
talking about Finnegan's?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
my third one, I just had it. Where'd it go? What is my third one? I'm trying to think. Hang on. Oh, Mythos. Mythos is there's a reason why it's the #1 restaurant theme park. It's fantastic. It's up there with Lombards. If you want to spend a little extra money, but the view is fantastic if you get a window seat. So those are my top 3.
I couldn't figure it out. There was an Atlantis ride or like a Poseidon ride.
It's not really a ride. It's kind of an experience. It's a show. Like you go in, they kind of group you in. Like they're not running it right now because of obviously COVID. But you like group in. It's very old and it breaks down a lot because there is a room that you go through where it's literally a water tunnel. It's probably the coolest room in that entire thing, but I don't recommend it to you because there's like flashing lights and pyrotechnics and water and everything else.
Oh, fun. Okay. See, these are the things that I absolutely hate about my epilepsy. I want to be able to enjoy things, but at the same time, you know, I'm not. Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. So, drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
Woo! But yeah. Nevin, anything to add?
Not really, actually.
I think I'm pretty good too. Lauren?
No, I think that. Yeah.
I'd say that's it for the stream then.
Yeah, I think that's all we got to talk about.
Well, thank you, singular person that watched the live stream.
It was me.
It was you.
I'm not gonna lie, I've literally had the stream open this entire time.
I mean,
we
we peaked at 4.
Hey, there we
But
go.
this will be going up on YouTube, so hello YouTube people, if you made it this far.
Yes,
Hello,
YouTube
YouTube.
people.
Okay, here's a challenge. If you
you
made it this far, comment down below hello.
Yes, if you made it this far, we would love to hear from you. What is your favorite Universal Studios Orlando ride, and what is your least favorite?
Ooh.
That's a
Yeah,
good
we gotta get
challenge.
them. We gotta get them involved in on the conversation. Nevin, do you want to tell them where else they can find us?
Oh, you put this out on me? That's so sad.
Yes, because you're
Nah, you
literally
have the
the
bet.
dad of the group.
Hello?
You can find us on our Twitter.
Take
I
it
don't
away,
know our
Cass.
Twitter handle.
Come on.
Yes.
I don't know our Twitter handle, but you
Um,
know, it'll be somewhere, I guess.
It'll be somewhere on the screen. We'll
Nope,
cover
nope.
Cass's
I'm not
name.
editing this.
Oh my.
It's
Or-
gone.
or not,
No,
because
hold
someone's
on.
lazy.
It's literally just okay. It's at the official BKT underscore.
Don't forget that underscore.
Wow,
Don't forget the
that.
underscore.
We need to learn these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Just
And then
follow
our
us and everything else.
YouTube is just the official BKT without the underscore.
Whoa.
It's literally the same as our Twitter or our Twitch account. So
Yes, as the Twitch.
Yeah. So if you can find us on Twitch, you can find us on YouTube.
And then from there you could probably find us everywhere else. So thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
This has been
Enjoy
BKT.
your night or morning.
This is... Wow!
This has been the BKT, not Burger King. BKT.
All right, see you.